Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today's video I'm going to talk about the upcoming transit of Venus in Gemini. That's happening on the 26th of July and its impact on Libra rising. Anybody with a Libra rising, Libra ascendant, Libra lagna or moon in Libra, this video is applicable for all of them. So guys, Venus, the lord of your ascendant, Venus, the planet of sensuality, Venus, the planet of beauty, Venus, the planet of romance, love, the planet of, which is the most beautiful planet, the planet that shines the most, the planet of charm, the planet of attraction, the planet of luxury, is transiting into your ninth house of luck, into your ninth house of destiny, okay, in conjunction with Jupiter. So when these two biggest benefics, okay, when these these two guru, one Venus being the guru for demons and Jupiter being the guru for devtas, when they both they come together, they form an extremely auspicious yoga for wealth. That's the Lakshmi Narayan yoga. Okay, now that yoga is getting formed into your ninth house of luck, into your ninth house of destiny, and that's the most important house. So Libra people, I request you, I'm going to come up with a lot of interesting things, in this video about this particular movement of Venus. So, and it is about the movement of your ascendant. So I request you to, watch this video till the end, because this is going to give you a lot of insights about, what is coming next. So, I mean, this conjunction is happening in your ninth house of luck, into your ninth house of destiny. So before I talk to you about what is coming your way with this movement of Venus, let me just brief you through, let me just walk you through on what are the areas that are ruled by Venus in your chart and that are ruled by Jupiter. So Venus is the lord of your ascendant, which is your physical existence in the world. Venus is the lord of your eighth house, that is sudden gains, sudden events. Jupiter is the lord of your communication, and Jupiter is the lord of your enemies, your debts, your court cases. Okay, now both these planets, both these biggest benefics, they're coming into your, when they are conjunction, they are happening, this conjunction is happening in your ninth house. So ninth house, now let's talk about what is this transit bringing for you. So guys, ninth house is the house of your luck, it is the house of your destiny, it is the house of long term travel, it is the house of higher learning, it is the house of your father, it is the house of your boss, it is the house of your guru, your coach, your mentor. So ninth house is the most important house in the entire 12 houses. That's the most important house because that's luck. So with this movement of Venus, what you would see, that there is divine blessing on your head. You would feel that God is literally holding your hand. Okay, in terms of luck, it would be a beautiful time, guys. Beautiful time in terms of luck, and that luck is not just going to impact the areas which are controlled by Venus and Jupiter. You would see 360 degree support of luck, 360 degree support of God, and you people are the most spiritual people. Okay, now the next thing is this is the house for higher learning. So during this time, there is with this transit, there is a possibility that you may go for a higher learning. Okay, whatever level of learning you are, okay, you may go for a higher learning above that. Now with this, because it is Jupiter and Venus and it is the ninth house, so there could be a possibility that you may go for a higher learning in terms of spiritualism. Okay, that is also seen. In terms of religion, that is also seen. Okay, now the next thing is, this is the house for long term travel. So with Venus being there, it could be a possibility that you may go for an ultra luxury travel, and with a longer duration. Okay, maybe to a foreign land. Okay, that's also seen. Now, this is also seen that you just go for a long-term travel for spiritualism, for meditation, for self-discovery, for yoga, for spiritualism, or for, religion. That is also seen. Okay, now the next thing is about the, guys, this is about the role of your boss, your seniors at your organization. So you would see with this time, there is a lot of blessing coming into the form of your seniors, your boss. Okay, in terms of the health of your father, it would be great. Your relationship with your father would be very good with this movement. Now, the most important aspect of this area, guys, ninth house, which is the house of mentor. Okay, with this like these both gurus, being present in your ninth house, what you would see is that you would find, or a role of a mentor. I mean, one suggestion of a mentor can change your life drastically, can bring you massive success. So this is the time for you to take the your mentors very, very seriously, because this is the time that if you don't have a mentor who can guide you, this is the time when you can find somebody. And with mentor, I mean to say that it could be an astrologer also, it could be a tarot reader, it could be some religious figure, it could be a numerologist, or it could be a mentor in terms of your profession or whatever areas of life you are into. So, one thing I want to highlight, luck factor, forget it. Like, luck would be, you would take a first step and you would see destiny takes the 200 steps ahead. So, luck is completely protected. That's given with this beautiful planets coming together in the ninth house. Luck is completely protected. But what the more important thing is about the mentor, try to find a mentor, or if you already have a mentor, take the advice very, very seriously. Okay, or if you don't have a mentor, guys, mentor in today's dynamic world is very, very important. They navigate us the path. What is the best way to approach our goals. So in terms of mentor, guys, take their advice very, very seriously. So that's mostly about the ninth house. Now let's come to your ascendant. So ascendant lord in ninth house, which means you take a step, and luck is taking 5 steps ahead. And this particular movement, which is like going to cover the 360 degrees. So ascendant is you, like your physical existence in the world, your social perception. So in terms of ascendant, be it your state of mind, your will to win, be it your beauty, your charm, your attraction, okay, everything you would see at its peak. Because ascendant lord is in the ninth house. That means God is having a hand on your head. So in terms of your self belief, in terms of your will to win, in terms of your vitality, in terms of your energy, in terms of your health, this is a beautiful time, guys. So around your ascendant, it is great. So you would see that your perception, your social perception also improves with this particular movement of Venus. Okay. So now let's move on to the third house. Third house is the house of communication. Third house is the house of writing. It's the house of your hobbies or skills. It is the house of short-term travel. It is the house of your siblings. Okay, it is the house of your neighbors. So I'll pick up the most, and it is the house of social media. Guys, very, very important. So I'll pick up the most important things, you know. So one thing is there. Now, both Jupiter, that house belongs to Jupiter, and Jupiter is giving an aspect on that house. So with Jupiter, guys, where it sits or where it transits, it's not as auspicious as where it aspects. Jupiter aspects are divine. Jupiter aspects are like nectar of life. So you are, in terms of aspect, it is a beautiful position. Now, secondly, even Venus is giving a complete aspect, seventh aspect on your third house, which means if you are into profession like a social media, okay, you are into like TikTok, you're into YouTube, you are into Instagram, okay, Facebook, anything. This is the time when you would see your luck is completely supporting you. Okay, you would see massive popularity, you would see massive growth in terms of your social media channel. If you are an influencer, you would see a lot of popularity, a lot of followers coming your way. Now, guys, second thing is about the skill. Okay, this house also rules skill, and we all know that today's times, the compensation is equivalent to the complexity of problem we resolve. And today's time, we are talking a lot about artificial intelligence. So I'm not saying you go for an artificial intelligence, but I highly recommend during this time you should get into some kind of a skill set, because that skill set will fetch you money throughout your life. And there is a complete support of two biggest benefits in terms of skill set. So that is also seen. Now the third thing is about the short term travel, guys. Don't miss even a single opportunity for a short term travel, because that is going to bring you a lot of gains, or that it will bring you a lot of ideas around that. So short term travel and long term travel will be both, will be there with this transit, with this movement. Okay. Now this is the house for your siblings as well. This is the house for your neighbors as well. So, I mean, people who are into the profession of communication, like, you're a consultant, you are a teacher, you are an influencer, you are you are some kind of a public speaker, anybody into a kind of speaking profession, okay, or into writing, they would see a lot of success. Lot of success is coming your way in terms of that. Okay, now let's move on to the sixth house. So, guys, sixth house is the house of your debts. It is the house of your enemies. It is the house of the competition. Okay, in terms of debts, you would be able to handle debts better. Okay, in terms of your competition, you would win over your enemies with your charm. That's the Venus effect, or you would overpower them with your charm and with your intelligence, because of Venus and Jupiter together. Now, one thing is there, your health would improve during this time, because you would develop some kind of a daily work routine. Okay, in this particular area, you would develop a daily routine, something like a workout, some exercise which you do on a regular basis, that helps you improve your health. In terms of any kind of, you're stuck with any kind of legal cases. Okay, this is the time when you would see that you would come victorious, or you would see a relief in terms of legal cases. I mean, if you're planning to appear for any kind of a competition, okay, you would be able to win that competition. So that is also seen. So now let's move on to the eighth house. Eighth house is the house of, guys, research. Eighth house is the house of your in-laws. It is the house of your inheritance. It is the house of your sudden gains, sudden wealth, sudden events. So now, first thing I would like to talk here is about the research, because this has a connection with your higher learning. This has a connection with your skill. So, guys, in today's times, we all know what is the importance of research, like knowing something which the world doesn't know. This is the house of exploration, which means there is a probability that you would do some kind of a research, okay, which is not done by others, and that brings massive money. And we all know the importance of research and knowing something which the others don't know, or maybe discovering something which is still not being discovered in the world. So in terms of research, guys, this is an absolutely amazing time. People who are into the profession of research, like, financial research, IT research, marketing research, any kind of research, if you are into, you would see massive, massive success. So if you you pick up any area of your choice, Libra people, and you do a research on that, and you would see that you would come up, there is a complete support, and you would come up with something which is going to again be very, very useful in terms, I mean, that can be monetized also, because ultimately this yoga is for money. We have to understand. So in terms of research, this is great. In terms of your there could be a possibility of sudden gains. Now there could be a possibility that during this time, you suddenly come across some mentor. Okay, suddenly some guru you come across with, you encounter, and with their one advice, okay, your life changes completely. So this is because this house is house of sudden events. So I mean, that's mostly what I wanted to talk about this, guys. So it's a beautiful transit for you in terms of religion, in terms of spiritualism, in terms of luck, in terms of pursuing any kind of the important things I would like to mention again. It is about the social media, it is about the skill, okay, it is about if you wanting to get out the court cases, okay, it is about the research, and the guru, the mentor. These are the trigger points. So just think, I mean, just think about these things, because this is the area which would be the area of focus for you. Now who gets this impact, guys? So Libra people who are passing through with Venus times, Libra people who are passing through with Jupiter times, okay, you would see 100% impact. Okay, the ones who are not passing through with Venus and Jupiter times, the impact would be milder. Okay, but because this is about your ascendant lord, So still, like all Librans, all Libra ascendants, all Libra risings would see a good impact with this movement. This is a great movement, guys. So that's all what I wanted to share in this video, guys. So I have shared my number, I have shared my email address. Any one of you who wants to connect with me over a one-to-one discussion around your chart, or you want me to read your chart, okay, you can connect with me. Now, secondly, Libra people, if you like this video, I would request you to subscribe the channel, to press the bell notification, and to add a comment, because your comment means a lot to me. And secondly, guys, in case any Libra people who have any questions related to this particular transit, okay, with this, Lakshmi Narayan Yoga, you can write a comment and I will add on to that. And I will add on something which is of value for you. So that's mostly for today, guys. Thanks a lot for your time, and you have a great evening.